Hello, welcome to the Hypnosis Academy. Today I'm talking about a little tip, a little trick that you use in hypnosis that makes your hypnosis very, very powerful. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. In hypnosis, we have a process called compounding. So compounding a suggestion. The way it works is this. You offer a suggestion, and that's just one suggestion. And it has a certain amount of power in hypnosis, especially if it's accepted. However, then you layer on another suggestion, the same one. It compounds and that becomes doubly strong. Then you layer on another suggestion, the power of 3 we've talked about. That compounds on the previous suggestions and makes it stronger. Okay, so that's a process that all hypnotherapists use. And for example, you might say, and when you emerge from this trance, you'll find that you'll start to feel very, very excited about the future. Yeah, so that's one suggestion. And then just as you're chatting, you say, and don't be surprised by the excitement that you're going to feel for the future and for what's coming. Second one, you've compounded that, you've made it stronger. And then you're doing your countdown and you say 5, 4, coming back to the room and feeling that excitement about the future. Compounded, power of 3. Yeah, so that's how we do it. And there's no shame in repetition in hypnosis. There absolutely is no shame. The more you repeat it, the stronger the suggestion comes. However, sometimes it's nice to be able to offer something else that compounds the suggestion. One of the ways of doing that is adding what's called a question tag. So you offer a suggestion, and for example, you might say, and it's easy for you now to feel excitement for the future. Is it not? Okay, so you've added is it not onto the end of that. What does it mean, is it not? It's bizarre when you actually break it down. Is it not? It doesn't really mean anything. However, when you try and analyze is it not, it's very confusing. What are we actually saying? Is it? It is not. Is that a negative? Is it a positive? Whatever. Obviously, question tags add positivity, reinforce the sentence. But it's very confusing, and that's fine. Because confusing the mind is wonderful. When the mind gets confused, the suggestion just goes in. So if the person's going, is it not? That's really weird that he said, is it not? Suggestion's gone bypast the critical factor and it's in. So you can, and I quite like the not word. So for example, you can say things like, and you are finding yourself stronger and stronger in every moment that passes. Are you not? Yeah? So are you not? Is it not? They're questions that just, it's almost like you've offered a suggestion and then you're just injecting it with energy. Is it not? Are you not? Yeah? Very often when you do that, very often when I do that, I see what's called the unconscious nod from the client when they go, yeah? Brilliant. When you see the unconscious nod, and the head going like this, you know they've accepted that suggestion. That's what you want to see. And you can do lots and lots of question tags. And I know you feel that way, don't you? Yeah? Isn't it? Haven't you? All of those. Really put emphasis on them, not because I'm telling you, but because you're feeling it on the inside. Are you not? Yeah? So it's like you're putting, remember do you know that lots of people do hypnosis and think that they've got to talk in a monotone fashion? I've heard loads of people do hypnosis in a monotone. In fact, on the internet, if you download free hypnosis, sometimes they're awful. Like voices going, and now you will feel sleepy, and I am going to, I think, who taught you that? Who taught you to speak like that? No. When you were talking in hypnosis, what you want is to add as much passion. You want it to light up the emotional body in the person. Remember, it's the emotions that make things happen. The thoughts are great, but thoughts don't control. You know, when you overeat, it's not your thoughts that take you to the fridge, it's the feeling inside. The thoughts kick it off, but then the feeling comes in and there's no stopping it. No matter how many times you say, oh, I shouldn't, thought, yeah, your slippers are still there in front of the fridge. So it's important to understand that the emotional body is what actually gets people moving, gets people going. We do things because we feel like doing them, not because we tell ourselves that we have to do them, typically. The emotion, when you actually look at somebody's strategy for doing something, they have a thought, they might imagine something, but normally the last thing on the list is the emotion. That's what emotion, it gives you the energy and the motion. Yeah, it's the catalyst that gets you away. Yeah? So when you're talking in hypnosis, don't be monotone. You put as much emotion into that. Feel it, believe what you're saying, and feel the emotion. So for example, you could say, and you know, this excitement that I know that you are feeling now, you are feeling that not because I'm telling you that, but you're feeling that because it's something natural inside that is just growing and becoming stronger. Is it not? That's kind of the emphasis you want to put on it. No, and you're feeling excitement on the inside, and that excitement is something that's growing. That doesn't have anywhere near the impact as it does if you put all of your heart and soul into what you're saying. Believe it. So never tell lies in hypnosis. And what do I mean by that? When we're giving suggestions, right, there might be a part of us that says, never in a million years, you know. And every day you will find yourself feeling slimmer and slimmer. You'll find yourself eating less and less. And your mind's going, never going to happen, is it? Never going to happen. Not good. You really, really have to believe what you're telling the person. If you don't believe it, it's probably best not to suggest it. You see, the way around beliefs is that I believe that everybody is capable of anything. That's a fundamental belief that I carry. That helps me to give people suggestions when it looks like maybe it won't work. It doesn't matter. I believe it because I believe in the potential of people. Does that make sense? So that's why I'll offer, with all of my willingness and passion and belief, a suggestion. And then end it with a little tag. Isn't it? Aren't you? You know, it's just that one I use quite often. And you know, you've suffered enough, haven't you? It's time to make those changes now, isn't it? Yeah? That's just a bam reinforcement on those suggestions, you know? So, don't be scared of emotion in hypnosis. Goodness, you're going to see tons of it. You're going to see tears all the time. But you add the emotion to it. You make that person feel good about what you're suggesting. Don't just suggest it. Make it alive. Bring it to life with your words, with your tone. And they will change, won't they? So, there you are. I hope that helps. And I'll speak to you later. Have a lovely week. I love you all.